Hello and welcome to the Joey Acker Experiment, episode 11. Thank you for stopping in. Time's been getting away from me, but I've got a lot of shit going on, bro. And I like my podcasting, and it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate you for stopping in. I appreciate you for listening. That I do appreciate. But at the end of the day, it doesn't pay the bills. And so, therefore, I don't know if it'll ever pay for the bills, and I really don't give a shit either way. So, that being said, on episode 11, today we're going to jump into some of the best bands of all time, and that's going to be a multi-segment podcast. And I'm sure if you're a Gen Xer like myself, that you are going to have a lot of input. And I may not hit your best bands of all time, but shit, there's so many of them when we were growing up, from the 70s to the 80s, and really, honestly, in the super fucking early 90s. But the best bands of all times, we grew up in the best era of music, man. Come on now. You've got to agree with me. And if you're not a Gen Xer, and if you're not from our time frame, from the 70s and 80s, and if you're not in your late 40s and 50s, man, you're in for a damn treat. And you've been given tastes of our music growing up, if your parents are from that time frame. And man, you're welcome. You are welcome, because our music was great, all the way from pop to disco to heavy metal to hair bands. Shit, it goes on and on and on. And we just really truly grew up in such a fantastic era of music. There's just so many bands, and you just can't do it. And I know if you're listening to this and you are from that time frame, man, I'm telling you, your brain is like it sounds like a machine gun on everything that you got. And I'm not going to hit them all. So if you have something that you believe is the greatest band, tell me why. Honestly, put it into a comment or email or whatever on Podbean or whatever podcast platform that you listen to, or even on YouTube if you're listening to on YouTube, for the channel. Tell me what you think, because super cool, and I love talking about this stuff because it brings back such happiness, because music really is the quintessential magic area of happiness, when we were growing up, because every song meant something to somebody. And you know what I'm talking about, whether you're a girl listening or you're a guy or doing whatever. I could tell you without a doubt, 100%, that even if you're a guy, you had a girl that you were dating, and excuse me, you had a song that was on and you're like, oh my God, this sucks. But your girl loved it. I'm telling you, it was one or the other. Or you'd be like, hell yeah, rock it on, man, rock, let's kill this, yeah. And your girlfriend's like, this sucks. And I'm telling you, or if you're in the valley, go, oh my God, so suck, I'm just, and you know what I'm talking about. But best bands, and I can't do it all in one, and I want to make this literal. I could make 100 podcasts on all the bands that are out there, but I would like to talk about those bands and some of the songs and what really meant something to me, and I think it will mean something to you as well, and you will remember them when I mention them and I talk about it, is that you will know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then the bands that I'm talking about, please get off your fucking ass and go fucking research it on Apple Music, Spotify, or whoever you have your music with, Pandora or whatever, and go get some of it, man, because it's good shit, and it's good for your soul. I'm telling you, it's just amazing. But the first band I'm going to talk about, man, I tell you what, that band hits me hard, because I grew up with these guys, and their music is just really, these are musicians, man. This isn't a guy with a mouse head on going chicka 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 chicka. Come on, girl, come on, chicka chicka. Look at me, I'm shaking my hands in the air. No, He's not a masher. He doesn't mash. Guys that do that shit mash amazing musicians into their own deal because they're not musicians. So take that. And if that's a hard thing for you or that's a big pill to swallow, well, it sucks to be you because guess what? They're not musicians. DJs are not musicians. They mash shit together to try to make something, but they're not musicians. They just create something that might have a little flair or a little oomph to it to kind of give it a twist. But you're not a fucking musician, so do not put yourself in that realm because you'll never be a musician in my world. Now, number 1, Boston. Boston, man. Are you kidding me? Boston. Those guys were straight up amazing with our big 15-inch woofers and our mids and our Piazza tweeters and all of our stuff and our tape decks, dual cassette decks at that. Thank you very much. And not only that, our vinyl baby when we had our Pioneer, whatever the hell you call that shit. I can't even think about it because I'm like off in left field because I'm still thinking about that stupid, the DJs, but the turntables. You know what I'm saying? Like Pioneer was huge back in the day, and it's a piece of junk now. But yeah, your turntables and your dual cassette decks and your big speakers and your EQs. If you remember all your EQs, oh man, I got a 12-band EQ and I got a 24 and I got a 32 and a 64. Everybody had an EQ back in the day. Trust me. If you're who you are, you had an EQ. And then you could just level out your music. It was so amazing. But Boston, the music that they created was just so amazing. And the songs that I'm going to talk about, you should go listen to them. And if you haven't and you're just listening to this, you should just go play them anyway. Because it's just going to put a smile on your face. And you're just going to go, those guys are badass. Those guys are badass. More than a feeling. Are you kidding me? More than a feeling. You're talking about, this is before MTV. This is before music videos. This is before YouTube was ever thought of. This is before all this. We're talking, this is like before Night Tracks. Oh, shit. I hit it deep right there. If you don't know what Night Tracks was, that was before MTV. This is literally back in the day. And you're like going, oh my God, listen to this guy talk. He is so damn old. It's like, my God, if I don't have my iPhone and my storage cloud and all this. Well, look, bro, get off your ass and go listen to it. Boston, More Than a Feeling, absolutely spectacular. Just an absolutely phenomenal song. Smoking. And I know I'm not talking smoking, smoking. Just go listen to it, and it is just, it's hard to explain in how powerful these guys were back in the day. And it basically transpires into today because of how amazing these guys were. It'll never die. And if it does, it just means that the planet blew up and we're no longer here. And Rock and Roll Band. Those are the 3 songs that I'm putting into Boston. And I know what you're saying, you dumbass Joe. You missed this one, and you missed this one, and I know I did. I can't put them all on there. These are the 3 that I remember that really hit a spot with me, and that was just amazing, and just really kind of dug into it. Man, they don't have a bad song, dude. They don't. They just hit where it needs to be hit. They're that good. They are just that good. And I didn't miss it, and I'm going to have Boston back on again, probably, and I'm going to talk about other songs. But those are the 3, and if you need to look them up, go check them out. And if you do know who Boston is, please go listen to them and give them a listen, and just bring back your younger days. Bring it back because, man, they are freaking fantastic. Next band, literally, and I mean quintessentially, I can't even 100%. There's so many songs and there's so many albums and they're just so fucking amazing. Styx. STYX. If you don't know how to spell it, it's not Styx as in STICKS. STYX. Styx. And they are just badass. Renegade. Are you kidding me? That is probably on another podcast or a podcast that's coming up. I don't want to get into it. Renegade will be part of the information, or I will do some quotes from that song, because Renegade is so, I mean, it's just, you got to listen to it to appreciate it. And in the early 80s, Mr. Roboto is an amazing song. And I used to love it. If you're old enough to know who, or remember, not who, but if you remember video games back when you had to go to arcades in order to play those games, it's not something that you had in your house unless you had an Atari like 2600 or on television. Oh, shit, dating himself. ColecoVision and that stuff. But that one right there, Mr. Roboto, I used to love that song playing Robotron, okay? And Robotron was my jam. I love that. And when Mr. Roboto would be on playing that, I mean, I'd get into those two joysticks. And I mean, it was on like Donkey Kong. I mean, I absolutely loved it. But Mr. Roboto, it's just the way that they created that song and how they made it into, in that era, you know, okay, in that genre, it was, man, it was ahead of its time. It was absolutely amazing. And if you don't know about it, you need to go get some of that shit. And then the best of times. The best of times is just, man, it just kind of grabs you in the center of your chest. And it's just all these songs you can just sing to. You can sing them. It puts a smile on your face. And it's just great. And there are guys that grew up and go, oh, man, Styx is just awful. I don't like him. They're, you know, it's gay, or it's whatever you want to call it, you know. But now that you're older, you probably like it. And I loved it back in the day because Styx is just, I play drums, and my buddy plays guitar and bass, and you really have a whole new level of appreciation for musicians when you actually play music and you don't sit back and play air drums and play air guitar and stuff like that, because basically you're not really a musician. But that doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you can't truly appreciate it as much as a guy that actually plays music and realize exactly how hard it is to what these fucking guys are doing. So, but that being said, you can still appreciate the music because they are badass musicians and completely fucking amazing. Sip of beer, and then I'm going to get on to the next one. We're going to do 5 today. Oh, God, that was good. Oh, my God, it's delicious. Now, the next one. If you don't like these guys and you don't know who they are and you say that they suck, if you're young and you have a father, go ask him where his closest hammer is and tap yourself in the forehead until you realize that you're an idiot. And then just move on from there. Led Zeppelin. Are you out of your mind if you don't like Led Zeppelin? Are you fucking kidding me? They invented rock and roll. They invented what we have today. They invented it. They were part of it. They were heavy metal to the Beatles. And the Beatles were, that's me going in reverse. Let's talk about Led Zeppelin. They literally were the shit. They were part of the British invasion. You probably don't know what that is unless you're my age or you're in my genre. Zepp was just the shit. And one song, and trust me, I'm going to probably hit your song, or at least one that you absolutely can go, okay, he had to put that one in there. He had to do that one. Yeah, got to put that one in there. But the first one is it's fantastic, and they have literally entirely too many songs that I can talk about. But the first one is Kashmir. I mean, when you listen to that song, you just kind of, you nod. You don't shake your head, you nod. And you're just like, oh yeah, I'm feeling it. Kashmir with a K is, it just grips you. It's like a glove. It just grips you. And if you love Kashmir as much as I do, it's definitely it's just up there. It's so damn fantastic. It's such a great song. And if you listen to Led Zeppelin and you want to go put them on your playlist, if you don't know who they are, then please go listen to them, because my kids are 19 and 23, and they listen to my music, and they literally will look at you and say, my dad's music's badass. It's badass. These guys are really, really good. And I didn't push them in that direction. I just play it, and now they want to listen to it on their own. It's not like, oh, my youngest will play video games. Go, just want to let you know that was in the video game. Just want you to know that. Yeah, that song's in my video game. I just dig it. Lemmy's in there, you know. If you don't know who Lemmy is, he'll be there. We'll talk about him. But Led Zeppelin is just amazing. Next one is Whole Lotta Love, and Whole Lotta Love. It needs a whole lot of love, because that song is so badass that it's just absolutely, I can't even explain it. It's one of those songs that just makes you want to shake your ass, and it just makes you just want to just do shit. Okay? It makes you just want to just do shit. And I want a whole lot. I want a whole lot. I mean, it's just... It's ahead of its time. I don't care what anyone says. It was just ahead of its time. And then the last one that everybody that knows, and you know I'm going to say it, you know it's there, you know it's going to happen. Stairway to Heaven. Stairway to Heaven is 10, if you listen to the real version, it's about 10 minutes long. And she's buying the Stairway to Heaven. But it's so good. It's like rock, love, a story. It's everything. It is just absolutely everything. And it's so melodic, and it's kind of grabs you on your soul. But the musician levels in all of these bands, musicians are just absolutely damn geniuses. But Stairway to Heaven, you just got to go and look it up. And listen to some Zepp, because the Zepp is badass. Next we're going to get into is Rush. If you don't know who Rush is, and R-U-S-H, search them. They literally had one of the best drummers next to Led Zeppelin. That would be John Bonham. But Rush, their drummer, for a 3-piece band, oh shit, kidding me? Rush took a backseat to nobody. And I mean to nobody. Rush was a bad sumbitch. They were absolutely amazing. Subdivisions is the first song. And you just got to listen to it. It's just powerful. It's in your face. And all these guys have different levels in how their music is produced. And they're all different, but yet they're really, really similar in the same. But Subdivisions is just such a fantastic song. And you just got to listen to it to truly appreciate it. Just that for a 3-piece band, you would think they had like a fucking orchestra. I mean, they're just that good. Next song is Closer to the Heart. It's just, if you had a girlfriend and you played Closer to the Heart, I don't think she'd make you turn it off. I truly don't. I think she would, if she's never heard of them, she'd be like, who is this? Man, these guys are good. And if she doesn't, you probably need a fucking girlfriend. And the last song, it's fucking Tom Sawyer. Today's Tom Sawyer, man. I'm telling you. Oh my God, that song. You cannot listen. And the drum solo in that song is absolutely off the chain. And anybody that is of my time frame, mid-40s, mid-50s, does not do the Neil Peart drum solo is a fucking liar. They're a fucking liar. Everybody does the drum solo to it. Everybody. I'm just telling you, Tom Sawyer is just kick ass. It is just kick ass with a double Z. Kick ass. And it's just fantastic. And if you've never heard it, please go to Apple Music or Spotify or whoever the hell you have your music through, and just research Rush and Tom Sawyer. And if you've never heard it before, man, it'll blow your fucking mind. It absolutely will blow your mind because, wow. Those guys, you want to talk musicians. Yeah. Neil Peart on drums. And I'm a drummer. So, wow. And it's sad. He's no longer with us. Neither is John Bonham from Zeppelin. And those guys were monsters. And they were quintessentially game changers in the music industry for the time frame that they were in. And they were magic. And they were amazing, and I miss them more than you can know, because it will never be the same without them, because you can sit there and wear a mouse helmet, and I say that because I just hear about this magic mouse or dead mouse or deflapilated mouse. I don't know what the hell he's called, that mashes up and then you have all these guys that mash up stuff, and they use everybody else's music that are true musicians, and they make a lot of money off of mashing this stuff up. And it really, in a way, it's nice a little bit that they kind of keep their shit going into a genre. But people can't truly appreciate the true awesomeness of what these bands were and what they did. You're mashing it up to make it your own. And they don't really know quite 100% on how fucking badass these guys were. And all these guys are just straight up gangsta badass, and I miss it. and I'm not big, and I've heard some MASH music, and it's pretty good. But Rush, those are, man, there's just too many on there that is just amazing. Now the last band that I'm going to talk about, I really am disappointed. Sip a beer, I'll be right back. Oh God, that's good. And I was not turned on to these guys. My buddy Shane, he works for me. And it's going to be a short story. I'm not going to get too crazy into it. He used to always listen to this band. And I'm like, oh my God, who are you listening to? And I was like, oh, dude, I'm listening to these guys, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, dude, they're one of the greatest bands ever in my eyes. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, dude. So, long story short, he just kept going on. And he kept talking about this band. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. He goes, hey, this band is coming to Oklahoma City. I'm getting us tickets, and I just want you to go see them and tell me what you think. Just tell me what you think. I'm buying. You don't even have to pay for it. I'm buying you the fucking ticket, dude. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. These guys are rock. Let's go do this shit. So he gets the tickets, and we go up there. And the band I'm talking about is King's X. Kings with a capital X. King's X. You haven't heard of these guys. All right. I was wrong. I'll be honest with you. I was wrong. I was not only wrong, I was fucking wrong. These fucking guys, they rock. And I don't mean they rock. They never hit the big time. You can find them on all the streaming platforms. But I'll tell you what, man. You want to talk about a band that is spot on, in time, heavy, in your face, super badass cool, super fucking loud, and just fucking amazing. King's X is the shit. And they opened up with a song called Dog Man. And that song was, give me $1, I'll give me 50 cents. And I'm telling you, man, it is just, and I mean, it is in your fucking face, bro. It is in your face. And you're like, not only is it loud, it's clear. You can hear all of it. It is just amazing. Next song is It's Love. That's my buddy's favorite song from them. And it's great. It's just, I mean, there's nothing to say about it. It's just absolutely great. And I don't know the stories behind any of it, but it's absolutely fucking great. And then the other song that I got to hear these guys live is called Over My Head. And there's a great story behind that. And I don't really have time to get into it because I don't have an hour. But the guy's Doug Pennington, the lead singer. It's a lot about when he was growing up and the pitfalls and the problems that he had. No parents and a grandparent that took care of him. Not a lot of love. And he had to fight through his feelings and all of his shit. And you can get there too without people giving you what you feel you need as love. And it's about, when he was young, didn't have parents, he didn't have these things. I'm assuming, I don't know the whole story, just from what he says and what he does, that maybe, his parents didn't really care that much for him. He lived with his grandparents or his grandmother, and the love he didn't get a normal childhood, and it really kind of fucked him up pretty good, and he just had a lot of things he had to go through and deal with and to figure a bunch of shit out. And, and that's not anything spectacular, because there's other people that have that problem, but it's an inspiring song because if you listen to it and try to find Over My Head by King's X at Woodstock live, it's really, really cool because he talks about it into the song. They do a breakdown, and it's really, really badass, man. It's really, really super cool. And he just talks about it, and he talks about his grandmother and his parents and how they just didn't really give him a whole lot to go by. And he just really had to just deal with a fucked up situation growing up, and had things that he had to work out for himself, and had a lot of things that he had to do to try to get his head screwed on straight, which a lot of people have that problem. But it's his way inspiring to me. The way I took it is that, if you really want to figure the shit out, don't use it as a crutch. Figure it out, man. You can do it. You can bring yourself back from a shitty situation, and you can really, truly get a hold of your life if you really want to. You can do it yourself. And I'm a firm believer in that. I've said it in many podcasts, your best therapist is yourself. The question is do you want to listen to yourself? And a lot of people sabotage themselves and put themselves in a situation that they just feel that they got to go and get help from somebody else. And I just don't think that you can sit somewhere and somebody can just crawl into your space and understand you. I think it's just better, and this is my personal opinion. You may think I'm wrong. You comment, you can say whatever you want, but I just personally believe that, you just got to be able to analyze and dig into your own self-being and self, and realize that a lot of the things that are going on in your world, and I'm not a therapist, and I don't want to be a therapist. I don't want to be a therapist for other people. But for me, there's a lot of things that, wasn't perfect in my world. I didn't have a fucking dad growing up. You know what I'm saying? All my buddies had dads. My dad was a doctor, and he was just not that guy. He just wasn't there. He didn't leave me hanging. He wasn't dry. He did everything he needed to do. I don't want to get into some long story and a pity party, but, it's one of those things. It is what it is, So sometimes you just got to fucking just nut up and deal with it. It sucks, but if you work hard enough, you can work through your shit, and it's highly possible to whatever, there's no sense in having a pity party, over certain things. Most stuffs that are going wrong with a lot of people, it's self-created, and you basically did it to yourself most of the time. And if you allow it, it will hang out and party with you 24/7. If you've ever heard the saying, misery loves company, guess what? The more you dig a hole, the more it will put gasoline into the excavator. That is the easiest way to say it. The easiest way is to run it out of fuel and say, fuck it. And guess what? You know what? This is not going to dictate. This is not going to rule me. This is not going to grab a hold of me. This is not going to define me. This is not going to whatever. And you have to truly believe that, because if you can't believe in yourself, it's hard for somebody to come and teach to you and show you that you need to believe in yourself. I can tell you 1,000 times over that you're a good person and you do a lot of great things and stuff like that. But in your mind, if you truly doubt yourself just a little bit, you're always going to basically self-sabotage yourself and put yourself in a situation to whatever. But that is kind of the song with what it is that he was put into that situation and Over My Head, that he basically he was dealt a shitty straw. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. He got dealt a crap hand. But it took him a long time, and he tells you about that, and he figured it out, and he got his shit straight. And it's a great, inspiring song. Like I said, King's X, Woodstock Live. Please look it up and listen to it, because King's X is badass. They're great musicians, and they're storytellers, and they're fantastic. With that, Have a great day. Yeah.